Flip the switch, wait for the light, and go live. And we're going live. Thanks again. Yes, sirree, it is Tuesday. That would be the 6th of May, 2025. And I'm here again. I'm Max, and this is Max Rants. Max Allen Rants, whatever you want to call it. Get a drink here. Oh, yeah. Love that stuff. This, as I promised yesterday, today is part 2 of Education Under Attack. Now, yesterday we talked about how our kindergarten through 12th grade schools have been under so much attack, how they've been so perverted, so flipped upside down from reality. And we got through that pretty well, but today it's a chance to dig into our institutions of higher learning, universities, colleges. God, somebody help me before I puke here. Anytime the government gives money away, right, here's free money, here's a grant, you can bet your ass there'll be more strings on that money than in a kite flying contest. That's just a fact. Nobody gets it for free. Universities get bucket loads of money, by the shipload, by the trainload, taxpayer money, your money, my money, in addition to the outrageous tuition and the fees that they charge. If you've checked tuition at your local college, doesn't it somehow get your attention that it seems to be an awful lot of money they're asking for? And for that awful lot of money, what are we getting? Give that some thought here for a minute. Because legitimately, these colleges, these universities, they don't need the money the government gives them. Do you understand? As long as they can keep on jacking students and parents with astronomical tuition and fees, the government money isn't that necessary. So why does the government give hundreds of billions of dollars to colleges and universities in this country? It's because that government money, that's an incentive, if you will. It's a carrot. They're saying, well, here's a bucket of money. You'll find something to do with it. But in return, we need you to spread wokism, DEI, anything you can to help destroy our society. We don't want clever, free-thinking, well-spoken graduates. We want the drones that the high schools are kicking out, only we want it drone squared. Sowing this kind of crap, that's how universities and colleges pay the piper. What sucks is that we, that's you and me, folks who pay the taxes, we're paying for all of this, whether you went to this university or not, whether you went to trade school, maybe you didn't go to college of any kind, doesn't matter, you're still paying for it. You understand? If we cut off all their funds, they couldn't afford to spread their wokism or political correctness anymore. It's only been, 50 years or so since American higher education has fallen from grace. Marxist Democrats, they pushed their progressive agenda to these schools, backing that agenda with taxpayer money. Ever since about, President Bill Clinton, they've been handing out that money like plastic necklaces at Mardi Gras. Well, look at things like critical race theory, CRT, LGBTQ studies, and other sorts of shit propaganda. These have become the mainstays of the higher education industry as it continues to scam parents and students alike. And when I say scam, dude, Charlie Kirk is right. The American university system, it's a scam. Oh, a scam, you say? Yes, indeed. In 1969, a bachelor degree was a 3 to 4 year degree, usually about 3.5 years. Only the necessary subjects were taught so as to produce a well-rounded college student. Today, the padding they've thrown into the curricula keeps students there for 4 to 5 years for a degree that is actually watered down from what it was in 1969 over 18 months quicker. This is designed for one reason only now, and that's to pick the pockets of parents and students alike. I know, and that's what it's there for. It's the more money they can get. It's screw you. They don't want to be known for the high quality graduates. They want to be known for the size of their endowment. Now, our universities and colleges have become the most expensive in the world. Are they the best in the world? No, not really. Several universities in several other countries just outstrip the hell out of us because they've concentrated more on quality than cash. Lesser state colleges have, in America, like I don't know, Boise State University, ever heard of that one? Arizona Western College, ever heard of that one? University of West Florida, for God's sake, these are oversized community colleges, what they basically are. Yet they've also inflated their tuition, their books, their fees. They continue to screw us. Through student loan programs, all of these schools have been milking this cow for all it's worth. It's completely out of hand. Already, right now, students owe over 1.5 trillion with a T, $1.5 trillion in student loans. And worse yet, okay, I was reading this. This is scary shit. Over 49% of them never finished their college degree because they ran out of money. The only money higher education should be getting is what they raise through private grants and donations and their own tuition and fees. They need to pull their own weight and stop milking the government, you and me, the taxpayer, you and me, so that some little idiot out there somewhere can major in LGBTQ studies or some other such crap. Wouldn't it be better if universities underwrote their own student loans? Think about it. Instead of getting the government to back or underwrite them, if the university wants to pull its own load, they'll underwrite those loans. If they did that, you'd have far more people graduating. They'd be higher quality graduates. These schools would have to eliminate many of their unnecessary and really frivolous majors and other ancillary courses of study and settle down to some serious education. Higher education's addiction to government money, it's exemplified by schools like Harvard, Yale, Cornell, all of these Ivy League schools and others. These high-priced schools, just those three, Harvard, Yale, Cornell, they have collective endowments going into the hundreds of billions of dollars. Hundreds of billions. I mean, just any 5 of our top universities have a larger endowment than the gross national product of Canada. So how is it that government justifies these massive cash awards to incompetent, anti-Semitic, socialist, and racist institutions when they're already richer than God? To fix it is pretty simple. We need common sense here. Okay, government rules out common sense. Let's try again. Somebody needs to exercise an iota of common sense. Why don't we start with President Donald Trump? Doesn't he realize these schools are thriving financially and don't need federal money? Doesn't he realize these schools have more cash reserves than the collective universities of France, Germany, and the United Kingdom combined? Please, Mr. President, cut them off at the hips. There's no need to threaten their boorish behavior. Just take the money away anyway. They don't need it. Cut them off. You don't need to say, stop your anti-Semitic riots or we'll take your money. Just don't give them any money. If parents, those are the ones who are supplying most of the money so the kids can go to college, if they demanded competition among universities and colleges, higher education would improve its product through good old-fashioned let the market bear. Whatever the market will bear. If Harvard offers a better law course than Yale, and Yale a better mechanical engineering course than Harvard, that's where the students will go. Let them float on their own dollar. God, with many well-heeled alumni, there's plenty of cash available without taking any money out of my pockets. I am sick. I am tired of being screwed out of my money so some moronic Bostonian imbecile can major in calligraphy and minor in jazz music. I'm really sick of this shit going on my tab, too. If these schools can't support themselves, let them fail. Let them go. We've got far too many universities and colleges already. You know, if 80% of our universities poof, went up in a cloud of smoke tomorrow, 80% disappeared, gone, never were, our economy, our society, and our higher education would all be the better for it. Tomorrow, part 3, we're going to talk about the damage done to religion or by religion. We'll see. Good night.